Hello, my name is Dwayne Garner, and I will be talking about the art of shooting. In this video, I will be performing the act while also sending in game clips from some of the best shooters ever, such as Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Ray Allen, and Reggie Miller. Although pros make shooting look easy, it is not as easy as it looks. You need to develop good form, good balance, have good vision. One way to do that is to practice form shooting. You may be asking, what is form shooting? But form shooting is a very simple drill. Form shooting is practicing closer shots with just using your form. No knees, no legs, no anything. Just close shots towards the rim. Here are some clips of me doing form shooting before I started my regular shooting workout. Open skill. Open skills are skills that are affected by the environment, mainly perceptual and most likely externally paced. These skills occur when the performer has to adapt to the situation they're in. For example, maybe a shooter coming off a screen or having to reject a screen or basically doing anything that's out of the ordinary or something they wouldn't regularly do when they're shooting the basketball. Now, here are some clips of shooters having to adjust due to the way the defense is playing them. Closed skill. Closed skills are skills that aren't affected by the environment at all. Basically the opposite of open skill. They are self-paced, occur in a fixed or predictable situation. Basically like shooting in a gym by yourself, for real. Here are some clips of closed skill. The Pioneer. The pioneer I chose to best describe this skill is Paul M. Fitts. He created Fitts' Law. I think Fitts' Law can relate to shooting by predicting how long the ball will take to get to the basket from when you shoot it. Contact error. While shooting, being pushed or fouled will significantly affect your shot. You have to adjust on the fly. Some players have even mastered the 4-point play. Here are some clips. Anticipation. Anticipation is to expect or predict. But in basketball, basically predicting how the defense is going to play you. A way to keep the defense guessing. A way to keep the defense guessing is by using pump fakes. Pump fakes are the perfect way to have your defender jumping, especially if you're a shooter. Having this skill helps you trick your defenders and gives you more opportunities to have open shots. Short-term memory. Having a short-term memory in basketball is key, especially when you're a shooter. Because when you're having bad games, you can't let that stress you out. You have to keep shooting no matter what, because eventually it'll fall after all the practice you've done. Long-term memory. Long-term memory is also a good thing to have in basketball, especially when you're shooting. You may have heard of something called muscle memory. Muscle memory is a form of procedural memory that involves consolidating a specific motor task in memory through repetition. The best shooters have muscle memory. Here's a video of Klay Thompson getting up shots after practice, practicing muscle memory and repetition. Attention and performance. Getting a good look at the rim gives you the best chance of having an accurate shot. The performance part of it, the more attention and focus you have towards the rim and on your form, the outcome should be a made shot. In both of the last clips, as you can see, my eyes were on the rim and I was ready to shoot. Sensory. Another important aspect a shooter should have is having a backspin to your shot and always following through when you shoot. Here are some clips of shooters following through and having a backspin. Motor equivalence. Motor equivalence is the ability to use different movements produced by either the same or different body parts to perform the task. In shooting, that is actually pretty hard. Most people shoot with their dominant hand and they don't really practice shooting jump shots with their non-dominant hand. But there are a few players who have shot shots with their non-dominant hand. Here are some clips. Speed and accuracy. Having a fast release is a plus. Stephen Curry has one of the fastest releases ever, and it makes it tough to guard. It takes a while to develop a quick release. It's not easy. Having a quick release is great, but don't get it confused with rushing your shot. Rushing your shot will lead to inaccurate shots, and inaccurate shots means misses. Here are some shooters with the quickest releases ever. Coordination. Coordination is the ability to use different parts of the body together smoothly and efficiently. Without the simple hand-eye coordination to pass, catch, and shoot, you will struggle playing the game of basketball. Law of practice. The law of practice states that the practice of a motor task will lead to more learning of that task. So basically, the more you practice, the better you'll be. The more you'll understand about the skill. Conclusion. Being able to shoot the basketball is very key. I personally think it's the most important skill to have while playing basketball. If you're able to shoot, you stay on the floor longer, you spread the floor, you make the game easier for everyone else. The way the game is played, you need to be able to shoot so you aren't a liability on the court or to your team.